Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Heather or Subliminal Locks. Today, I want to tackle a topic that has been bubbling under the surface for far too long. Online harassment and creepy, invasive behavior. Sadly, it has become normalized for far too long. Recently, Chappell Roan, who is kind of awesome in a lot of ways, she took to TikTok to address some shocking and unacceptable behavior from her fans. So we're gonna dive into what she said, why it's important, and how this ties into a broader issue of online harassment that so many of us face today as content creators online. Chappell Roan, for those of you who may not know, is an up-and-coming pop star. She's quite a sensation who has been making waves with her unique sound and powerful voice. But recently, Chapelle has been in the spotlight for a different reason. In a series of TikTok videos, she called out some of her fans for what she described as creepy behavior. And when I say creepy, I mean downright disturbing, stalking, harassment, and a level of entitlement that no one should have to endure. And I can relate to it in a lot of ways. In her videos, Chapelle bravely spoke out against the kind of behavior that so many celebrities are forced to accept as part of the job. She made it clear that just because she's a public figure doesn't mean people have the right to invade her personal space, demand her time, or harass her online. Her message was simple but powerful. This is not normal, and it is not okay.
Would you stalk her family? Would you follow her around? Would you try to dissect her life and bully her online? This is a lady you don't know.
Chappell's stand is important because it shines a light on an issue that is far too often swept under the rug: the normalization of harassment. Whether it's online or in person, it's something that needs to be challenged at every turn. But this problem isn't just about celebrities. The sad truth is that online harassment has become a common experience for anyone who dares to have a presence online. Whether it's snark pages on Reddit, gossip forums, or toxic Facebook groups, the internet is full of spaces where harassment, bullying, and downright cruelty have become normalized. These platforms give people the anonymity to say things they would never dare say in person, and that anonymity breeds a sense of impunity. On subreddits and snark pages, entire communities are dedicated to tearing people down, often for nothing more than living their lives publicly. What's even more disturbing is how these behaviors are justified as criticism or holding people accountable. But let's call it what it is: harassment. It's the kind of behavior that wears people down, damages mental health, and in extreme cases can drive people away from the very platforms that should be spaces for connection and creativity. This isn't about protecting public figures or celebrities. It's about recognizing that harassment, whether online or in person, is never acceptable. We have to start asking ourselves, why have we allowed this to go on for so long? And how has it become so normalized? More importantly, how do we change it?
That's not normal. That's weird. It's weird how people think that you know a person just because you see them online or you listen to the art they make. That's fucking weird.
Chappell's stand is important because it shines a light on an issue that is far too often swept under the rug. The normalization of harassment, whether it's online or in person, is something that needs to be challenged at every turn. Mental health impacts of online harassment are well documented. Anxiety, depression, and even PTSD are common among those who face sustained online abuse. And yet, so many people dismiss it as just words on a screen or drama. But words have power. They can uplift, but they can also destroy. One of the biggest dangers of normalizing harassment is the way it desensitizes us to the harm it causes. When toxic behavior is accepted as just the way it is, we stop questioning it, and that's when the real damage begins. People start to believe that this is just a part of being online and that's something they just have to put up with, but it should not be. What Chappell Roan did was refuse to accept this as her reality. She drew a line in the sand and said, this is not okay. And that's something that we all should be doing, whether we're facing harassment ourselves or witnessing it happen to others. Creating a positive online environment doesn't happen by accident. It takes all of us standing up against negativity and supporting each other. It's about making the internet a space where everyone feels safe to express themselves without fear of harassment or abuse. So where do we go from here? The first step is to call this behavior out whenever we see it, whether it's on Reddit, Snark page, or even the comment section in a Facebook group or YouTube video. Don't stay silent. Use the tools available to you. Report abusive behavior, block toxic users, and most importantly, support those who are being harassed. We can't control what others do, but we can control how we respond. And by choosing to respond with kindness, empathy, and a refusal to tolerate harassment, we can start to change the culture, one step at a time. I hope this video has given you some food for thought. Online harassment might be normalized, but that doesn't make it right. We all have a role to play in changing this, whether it's by supporting others, setting boundaries, or simply refusing to engage. If you've experienced harassment or you know someone who has, let's start a conversation in the comments. Remember, you're not alone in this. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay kind, and stay true to yourself. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want more content like this, please don't forget to comment below.